Things that can fly. They still amaze us, being able to soar above it all, away from everything. Long before he could, man wanted to fly, wanted to very badly. So badly, in fact, he was willing to take some pretty remarkable risk to do it. It wasn't until Kitty Hawk that he pulled it off, though. Just a few seconds, but it was the beginning. Man got better at it, learned more about it, and finally became good at it. Some have even become great at it. This guy has. His name is Lieutenant Walter Kurtz, but he's known as Giga. Good-looking rascal, ain't he? Giga flies jets, fast ones for the Georgia Air National Guard. This is Earl Arrowwood. He knows something about flying jets, too. He's the chief flight instructor for Sky Warriors, based at Brown Field in Atlanta.
It's the experience of a lifetime. You know, people say, oh, is it worth the money? But I've not had a person come back and not say it's worth every penny and would do it again. Secondly, people say, it's the best thing you can do with your clothes on. So that's kind of the big one that some people use. So if your wingspan covers this entire...
He might just be right. Sky Warriors lets you be a fighter pilot, and it's not a game, it's for real, and it is a lot of fun.
One of the reasons Sky Warriors has been so successful is I've put together a pool of highly skilled pilots here with a lot of experience. You just couldn't go out and do this with some average pilot off the street. Everybody is military trained, everybody's a high-time fighter pilot.
Watch them the whole time. And what you'll do is you'll come back in, maybe...
It seemed logical to me that since the first successful flight was done by brothers, that my first experience at flying a fighter plane ought to include my brother, too. This is Brother Jim. You'd like Jim. Everybody else does. Jim managed to squeeze a trip down south in between laying soybeans by and picking seed corn. Like me, he couldn't pass up the opportunity to take shots at each other at 3,000 or 4,000 feet.
But we'll be lying abreast here, and he'll probably bring his nose down. He'll come up and do a barrel roll right back behind us, okay? Now, there's two things that we want to do. Jim, what we want to do is we want to, as being the front airplane, we want to keep sight of them. So we're going to be flying the airplane and looking around back behind us, kind of checking our six, okay? Another thing that what they'll be doing is they'll be getting used to the airplane, you know? Pull the airplane around, see how it feels, see how you like to, you know, what do the rudders do? Pull on the stick, how does that feel? All that kind of stuff.
Pretty good.
All right, step here or get on up.
Just right there and pull yourself up and just step on the black.
After an hour-long safety briefing, it was time to get in the aircraft. T-34 Navy trainers, equipped with aerial laser systems. We actually used 3 planes, one for Jim, one for me, and photographer Andy Openshaw would be in a third to record the aerial combat. I got the white helmet, obviously, because I'm the good guy. Jim, appropriately enough, was clad in black. Jim and I would be in the front seat. After all, it's our fight. Giga would be in the back seat of Jim's plane, and Earl Arrowwood would ride behind me. Even though skies were overcast and it looked threatening, we went for it, hoping for some fair weather luck 15 miles north of the airport. We took off side by side, Jim in the front plane and me in the back, and Andy already airborne to shoot the takeoff. The further out we got, the prettier it was. Plenty of sunshine, huge white cumulus clouds, a perfect backdrop for a little friendly air-to-air combat.
Hey, we got me a little of that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get position quite yet. Go ahead, I'll cut you off. Okay, we'll just do a roll. Got it. Do it. Give me 2 or 3, dude. All right, hang on a minute.
These aircraft are something else. Each has 3 television cameras, one in the wing, one in the tail, and another called a hero camera that takes a close-up picture of the guy in the front seat. So we had 3 cameras in each plane, and Andy flying nearby.
Oh, yeah.
You shoot at each other with laser guns. If you score a hit, the laser records it on the other plane, and instantly smoke comes shooting out of the plane. Have you ever heard of a high-speed yo-yo? You're about to see, hear, and maybe even feel one. You do a high-speed yo-yo when you're chasing the other plane, and he does a fast and hard turn. You sometimes can't follow his turn, so you pull your plane up and do a combination 360-degree loop and roll to maneuver back behind him, setting up to blow his brains out. Here's how it goes.
Two's ready.
One's ready. Are you ready, Ed?
I'm ready.
Copy, 5-7.
Two's in. Okay, we get down here to try to shoot him. We turn around right here. We could really shoot him, but we'll play like we can't. Nose comes up. Right back around we go.
Oh, yeah.
Right back in.
Can I get him?
Shoot him, shoot him. Tracking. Tracking.
Yeah.
Good.
That's a hit.
And two's off right.
Copy, visual.
Okay, I think we should have done that again. That was beautiful. Had the green and everything below you.
I got hit a few times, and so did Brother Jim. Actually, we took turns chasing each other across the blue Georgia sky. We'll never forget it. Yes, we were Sky Warriors for a day, with name tags to prove it. Jim and I hadn't had a good fight for about 25 years. This was a dandy, maybe the best yet. It was probably the only one that made us squeal like a couple of playground kids.
I think all the pilots here, all the safety pilots here, do this for one reason. First of all, the love of flying and the love of the guys that we fly with, the 32 safety pilots. We're a real close-knit group. But secondly, it's the fact people like yourself that we can take up, well, I can't take you up in an F-15, I can take you up in a T-34, and when I get a grin, what you didn't realize is there's this big mirror. There's a rear view mirror right on the front of your canopy, and where that's aimed at is your mouth, and I can see when you start smiling.
Oh.
And that's what makes my day. It's guys that just, their whole life they've wanted to be a fighter pilot, and it gives you an opportunity to do it.